You're like, I should probably move, and then you get up to move and you just fall over because you're so tired.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, get crazy. Hey, hey, get crazy. Hey, hey, get crazy.
Hey, it's Allie.
And I'm Hannah, and we're here at our super secret mystery meeting. We're at Social Still in Bethlehem.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, we love it here. It's so cool. Today, we are going to talk about the worst things about training for a marathon.
Dun dun dun.
You guys know, if you've been watching, I've done 3 marathons.
I did
and
one.
Allie's done 1. I was supposed to do another one and got injured, which is probably a thing that's the worst about training for marathons. You usually get injured.
Let's start there. Number one.
Number 1.
Getting injured while doing what you love.
Yeah. You know what's really fun? When you tear your hamstring 2 weeks before your marathon while running your own Runner's World half marathon. I DNF'd and had to go in the sag wagon with everyone else, and it was sad. 3 or 4 months of training, and I was supposed to run New York 2 weeks later, and nope, didn't run New York. Nope.
It's horrible, and it's just like, I wasn't injured for Marine Corps or anything, but like I had planners, and like I had never had anything wrong with my feet before. My legs never really hurt before. I felt pretty sturdy. And so like it wasn't an injury, but it still was like, oh, by the way, your muscles have shortened or something, and your foot hurts all the time, and you can't even walk, and oh, you should stretch when you wake up, but who actually does that?
No
So I don't know how you made it through the year being
No.
injured 2 weeks before New York, and I don't know how I made it through 26 miles with something that felt like a marble stuck in my foot.
And I know people are going to say, oh, well, maybe you overtrained, or maybe you did this, or maybe you did that. Yeah, well, of course we overtrained, and of course we didn't do any strength training, and of course we didn't stretch or foam roll or anything, because you're too busy running a million miles a week, and it's just like you're tired and you don't want to do anything.
Agreed.
You want to eat and sleep and run, and that's it.
Which brings us to reason number 2. Let's talk about always being hungry.
Always hungry.
Always hungry.
Like nothing can fulfill that hunger.
It literally felt like I had a tapeworm, only I wasn't losing weight. In fact, I think I put on like 2 pounds of just like sugar.
Yeah.
Because it was like I always wanted donuts. I just wanted donuts.
Always be snacking. Like seriously, I had like I was storing up for winter in my desk drawer all these snacks, and that's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And you eat real healthy usually.
I try,
Yeah.
but not while marathon training. But
Right. It
I
all
don't know.
goes to shit. Like it's just like, just put things in your mouth. Like it just kept making me feel like I was eating too much. And then I would go on and I would read articles that were like, make sure you're not gaining weight while you're marathon training. And then it would make me feel sad. And then I would eat more. It was just the worst.
The worst.
The worst.
So bad. Reason number 3, why training for a marathon is the worst, is trying to find new places to run so you don't get bored all the time by doing the same loop around your house every single day.
You have to run 20 miles if you're doing most of these plans
Yeah.
at one point, and 18 and 16 and whatever. And it's like, okay, how many times can I loop around the same 6-mile thing? You know what I mean? Before like I've seen every plan. I was like always like on Google Maps, like looking for new trails, and like,
Yeah.
oh, can I run from like here to Valley Forge and somebody pick me up 40 miles away? Like, and I was doing this crazy amount of research, and it was really hard.
Like if you do one of those destination long runs, then there goes your whole day.
Whole day.
Because after that, it's just like you have to drive to it, and then you have to drive home. And there was a trail that I used to do a lot of my 20-milers on, especially when I was training for Chicago, because we live in Bethlehem, and in Bethlehem, there are a million hills everywhere. It's all hills, but Chicago is completely flat. So I ran this trail, and it was a 10-mile trail, but I had to do it twice. It was my favorite trail. It was so pretty. There's like, lots of people there. There are water fountains. There are porta potties. But when you do that over and over and over again, it gets really boring. You get really sick of it, and that made me sad.
It is sad. I know what trail you're talking about too. That's sad that that trail is ruined for you. Ugh. And then reason number 4.
Four.
Reason number 4 is being totally wiped out after your long run.
My boyfriend can run 20 miles and be able to like function the rest of the day.
Yeah, but he's a freak.
I cannot do that. If I run a 20-mile long run, like that's it. I'm like Netflixing the rest of the day. All right, number 5 reason why training for a marathon is the worst is having to do those random like 8 to 10 mile runs during the week. We are fortunate enough at Runner's World to be allowed to go out for a lunch run, but you cannot go out for an 8 or 10 mile lunch run.
That would take so long.
It would take so long. Well, you have to either do it early in the morning when it's dark, and I really don't like running in the dark, or you have to do it after work where it's probably going to be dark again. So it sucks either way.
Especially when you get into like the fall months, when you're getting closer, and that's when those long miles on the weekdays start happening, and it's like, oh, it's pitch black at the Parkway. Which is where I run, where I did most of those.
Yeah.
And it's creepy. You have then sucked up your entire day. You worked 8 hours. At lunch, you ate your face off. And then you have to run for like an hour after work. And all of a sudden, it's like 10 p.m. And you're like, oh, where did this go? I better go watch Friday Night Lights and fall asleep. So that's it. Those are our biggest complaints about running a marathon.
Running a marathon and completing a marathon really is a great experience.
Yes.
And you feel so accomplished. You get to become a marathoner, and it's really great.
It is really great. And all of those long, hard weeks of all the terrible stuff we just talked about is generally pretty much worth it at the end of it all. Do you think you're going to run another marathon?
I don't know, maybe. Will you?
Yeah, probably. If anybody has any suggestions about how to make training less terrible, please let us know, because we will listen to you. All right, happy running! Cheers!
Cheers!
Crazy time, the spice of my life, shining bright in the lights.
Running a
Start
marathon.
over when you're not training.
Yeah,
Let's do it, guys.
I know. Sorry.
Because your face was like.
That's kind of adorable.